Competitive Call of Duty fans, how are we doing? My name is Franz, and thank you so much for joining us on the YouTube video. I really appreciate all the support on the TikTok and Twitter as well. A little update for you guys. We are going to be having our Friday props coming out probably around this Wednesday or Thursday with some good analysis there. Also, let me know if you guys want some other analysis, some other type of videos, maybe some tier lists, maybe some I don't know. We'll talk about that in a later video. Just leave down in the comments what you guys think we might could get into here, all related around competitive Call of Duty. Anyways, guys, jumping into the video today, we are going to be going over our results from our 4 props that we managed to squeeze 2 out of 2 on. Jumping down in here to the 6 pick entry from Friday. Starting off here with Yuli, we did hit the under here on map 3 kills. Guys, I highly suggest running Yuli probably in some future matches as well. As you can see, I did it in the Saturday pick also. This guy is probably just not very comfortable on the map with this team yet. He is the new addition, and with London just constantly switching players in and out, Yuli could probably be a lock here, especially map 3 kills. London doesn't know what they're doing in control right now. So I took map 3 kills on the under twice this weekend for Yuli, and we hit it both times. So maybe just a little trend that you're looking for if you're trying to hit a prop next weekend and Yuli is on the board. Anyways, guys, after that, we have Beans here on the Morn 6.5 kills. Unfortunately, this one did not hit against the London Royal Ravens. I was very surprised by this, but the SMGs kind of did take over. A little bit of a learning lesson here. Maybe we only take Beans in an AR heavy map. We don't take it on a 6-man prop. We only take it once we've seen the map set on maybe a smaller prop, kind of like this 3-man here. Guys, what I do on my YouTube videos is I have these long 6-man props that I see before the map set or that I release before the map set comes out. We try to do our best to perform under not having a map set. The map set is like vital information that can get you a lot more wins if you wait for that moment. But we do a 6-man prop the night before for you guys so that you can try to hit that 25 times. Jumping in after that, we have Mac here on the under in map 1 to 3 kills. This was kind of a lock. He did not play very well in this first match against Florida. I mean, he's just up and down. He's kind of that dirty work player for the team. Right after that, we do have Fellow here in the under in map 1 kills. We didn't hit it here, however, we did hit it on Sunday, so kind of take that with a grain of salt. Maybe it's something you can run in the future. He usually does play slower in some of these hardpoint or controls, but he does have those breakout maps, so look out for that. Fame here, I went for the more in map 3 kills. He did not hit against the subliners, which kind of sucks. He was performing last weekend, and I thought he was going to perform up to that standard this weekend, and it did not end up working out. And then Skies, of course, less than the map 1 kills. I think I hit that one. Did I? No, I went for Priesta instead. But I think I was going to go for Skies, and obviously Skies usually hits because he is that position AR for the team. He gets a lot less kills. Jumping into our Saturday pick, there was a lot of trends here to notice, a lot of things that I think you can take home here. The first one being Arcides in the under and map 1 kills. I think in this second hard point he got like 20 kills, so it was under just by a hair. But you can usually count on Arcides to have these lesser performances, especially in the hard points, especially when it's an SMG heavy map. You're going to see Archie's just posting up and, watching a lane, maybe not getting that many kills. Another huge trend here to notice is dashing the over on map 2 kills. I know he doesn't hit it every time, but the line at 6.5 is really, really good for him. I would highly advise going for the over here a lot more often than you don't. Priesta, very risky one here. He has been underperforming as of recent, but then he did step up against Texas. And I think he's going to be playing well at the end of this split. I don't see Priesta, having that lapse in series. I did just go for this, and we did get very lucky. So I would not go for a Priesta pick in your future picks. Finally, Slasher, I think, is a huge trend to notice here. He got 10 in this one. I think he had like 20 in the one after. So then again, also riding that line, but it usually is still under. In those AR heavy maps, these ARs or these slower ARs, the position ARs are usually hitting that under, and is a huge trend to notice. You can also go map 1 to 3 kills here. I think that is also a big one to take. I think we take it, we try to take it up here against Insight. Unfortunately, he has a pop-off S&D that we will get to in a second. Anyways, guys, that was our Saturday's picks. We did bank 80. Unfortunately, TJ was the only one we missed out on. We were expecting TJ and Standy to have that same S&G presence that they had against Boston. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case, and they end up falling to London in that first map. And TJ, or no, they beat London in that first map, but it was just a smoke show. And then after that, London ran away with it. Anyways, guys, jumping into the Sunday matches, we had Dashy starting off. We went for the map 5 kills on the 6.5, and this didn't end up working out because the boys in green smoked them in 4. I go for the 5, guys. A lot of people were asking why I go for the 5 instead of the 2, and sometimes you can get away with going for the 5 because if it doesn't end up playing like it did here, you'll still end up banking the 80 bucks, banking this flex play. If we got 5 out of 5, I think it's times 10 here, which is also a nice clean chunk of change. Would have been 400 there. Unfortunately, Standy did not hit. We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, taking the over here on 6.5 is a huge line for Dashy as always. And then taking map 5, I mean, what if it went to map 5 and Shotzi and Hook just pop off like they were the whole series? Then Dashy doesn't have room to get any kills. Say he drops like 3 or 4 here, and then you're looking at 4 out of 6 instead of 4 out of 5, and then you're banking what? 16 bucks there. So that's kind of why I go for the map 5 sometimes, just to risk it, especially on those plays like LA versus Optic where you think it might go the distance. Anyways, jumping into the next prop, we have Joe Deceives. Guys, he was popping off this weekend. He played very, very well in pretty much every single respawn we saw him in. The S&Ds have been a struggle for LAG, though, as of late. So yeah, Joe Deceives is a huge trend also to look out for. I would be looking for an over here. Maybe his line's going to raise, though, in the next round of picks. So we're going to be very wary about this one, but I do see him performing, especially in these lower caliber teams. I'm not saying Vegas is too low caliber, but they are on the lower spectrum of the league. Next, we have Standy here, map 1 to 3 kills. Unfortunately, I did bank on the SMG duo of Standy and TJ to go off again. And a huge, huge trend to notice here, guys, is we're not going to be banking. We're not going to be betting on the Vegas respawns from here on out. They've had really great performances in S&D. However, the respawns have not been up to par. So, I mean, they might steal some respawns next weekend, but you will not see me betting on those because I just can't risk it right now. I'm sorry, I just can't risk it. We go for the high prop plays. Anyways, next up we have Fellow here in the map 1 kills. This was kind of a misclick. I was going to go for map 3 here kills as well because obviously Toronto is a very good control team. It did end up working out for us. Toronto smoked them in that first map, and Fellow can be a lock here sometimes in map 1 kills, especially if you get up against a powerhouse team like Toronto. So this one could be a trend to look out for in the future. I think we might run a Fellow here. We might run a Brack here, although Brack has been that more slay heavy AR for them in the past. Next up, we have Hixie here. Hixie is that dirty of dirty work players for this team. He is the front man in. He is, kind of the Karma, if you will, of Toronto. Karma obviously being the 3-man GOAT, always the dirty work player for Optic back in the day. Anyways, yeah, Hixie is that guy for Toronto. I think he had like 38 something deaths here. So not the best performance for him in control. However, he is, doing the stuff that a lot of players don't want to do, and therefore the stats don't always show that. So yeah, I love map 3 kills here for him at 19. His line's been pretty good at 21.5 as he has been performing around like the 15, 16, 17 range in his past matches. Kenny here also is a decent, sometimes log for map 1 kills. I usually always take map 1 instead of map 4. A lot of people in the comments were asking about map 4 kills for the under Kenny. He usually is one of those players that tries to ramp up his play at the end of series, sort of like a Shotzi. I see Shotzi have like a lower kill map 1 and then a higher kill map 4. I see this a lot with Kenny too, where it takes him a little bit to get into the series, but once he does, he's obviously frying. So Kenny, one of the best in the world. Unfortunately, though, we did take the under and we did hit on map 1 kills. So yeah, guys, we did bank another $80 here for our 6-pick prop. Unfortunately, we could not bank a 25 times this weekend, but hopefully in the future we can bank one of those for you guys. I love that cheeky 1,000. I want that cheeky 1,000. But yeah, 5 out of 6 from the field today here. 4 out of 6 or 4 out of 5 from here with one do not play or did not play. So we'll take that any day of the week. And then finally going to our 3-pick entry. I built this entry when I saw a couple of the map sets from a couple of the matches, and I thought I had it, guys. I really thought I had it. Shotzi really stepped up in that map 4 kills. How I was talking about how he ramps up his play at the end of series. This is a perfect example of it against the LA Thieves. My guy was popping off. I think it was a Mercado hardpoint that he was slaying on. So very impressive for an SMG to go that hard on the Mercado. Next up, we had Insight here. This was a very unfortunate line. Really thought I had it at 47.5. What happened was he had a decent map 1, I think like 15, 16 kills. And then in the map 2, my guy drops 10, drops a 1v3. I mean, he was having his way with Florida. And unfortunately, it ended up costing us here. You just 2 over. He had 10 kills in the S&D. And then obviously that control went to a map 5 or a round 5. So he was dropping, I think, like 24 there. So just 2 over. Unfortunately, missed out on this power play. I could have gone for a flex here and banked 60. Unfortunately, went for the power, got a little greedy, went for the 100. I thought I had it because obviously TJ is that lock in S&D. Man, people keep putting this line at 6.5 and I have no clue why. TJ is so consistent in S&D. He's an S&D masterclass and he really showed it here. So definitely look for TJ. This is a huge trend also to look out for. Look for TJ in these S&Ds. We banked on a Vegas S&D here and it ended up working out for us. A couple other trends to look out for, just kind of in general, guys, is look for those mismatches. So if you see a really high caliber team versus a low caliber team, you're going to want to go the under. Even on the team that's winning, you might look for an under here because the map is not going to be that close. You're going to get like maybe in a 100-point club, maybe a 6-1, 6-2 in the S&D. So look for the under in a lot of your kill choices or your player choices because that's going to bank you a lot more wins. You'll see me taking unders a lot more than I take overs unless I am very confident in that player. Sort of a risk with Standy here. I do understand that. However, I did think the SMGs from Vegas were that duo. So yeah, that's a huge piece of advice is look for that under a lot more of the time than the over, and then also try to throw in these map 1 to 3 kills unders a lot more often than you think. You'll see players like Skies, players like Insight, slower ARs on the map that aren't picking up a lot of kills and are just that positioning player for the team. You're also going to be finding a lot of unders there in those map 1 to 3 kills. So that's just another couple of little pieces of advice. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for staying tuned to the end if you did. Hope you're subscribing to never miss out on another prop, and I hope you're joining all of our socials right down sideways, kind of, there you go. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining us on this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Follow so you'll never miss another prop. Peace.